So we've arrived at the Caravan Camping and Motorhome Show. And you know us, if we don't end with it, we're going to start with it.
What better way?
And a little cake. Just a little cake. And we've got our passes. So we'll have this and we'll head in. So we're here.
We're in. Before anybody else. Well,
Yes.
not before anybody else, but before the
crowds arrive. So what we're going to try and do today, rather than looking at just vehicles, is have a look at gadgets, innovations, and see what else we can find that's new and useful.
Yeah, ideas. People are ideas for conversions and things like that, aren't they? Really?
Yeah, really, because everyone else is going to be looking at vehicles and everything, so we thought we'd do something a little bit different. We are particularly interested in looking at inflatable boats, so we're going to find some of those stalls. The first one we've arrived at, I don't think it's us, but we'll have a quick look anyway. An inflatable, and we've got old Seagull engines. It's just a case of packing them in the van and finding a way of carrying the engine, because old Seagulls can't be lay flat. So we've not actually found a way yet of carrying an engine. So we might see something today that we can actually put on the back of the van. Please take us back. We used to do a bit of jet skiing with a friend many years ago. That looks
That's
neat.
A different take on camping on water.
I like that. So this is the kind of thing we've been looking for. It's inflatable, but it's really solid. And we know a lot of people who've used the Decathlon Itty Wits and not been happy with them. I know a lot of people are, but
There's a nice keel on it as well, so you wouldn't worry about.
no, you won't worry about going up on a shingle, would you? That.
And they all pack into that sort of size bag, which would be ideal for going into the garage in the motorhome.
So this company is Sandbank Style. And this can also be done in a two-seater, which would be ideal for us, obviously.
That one looks fun as well. The bases are solid as well. It's not that sort of flimsy.
No, where you're
Solid.
worried about
Dropping
dropping a
up.
sharp object in it or anything. Or...
Well, it's when you get in and the stability's not there,
Yeah.
because the base isn't firm. So. But the gentleman was saying that these pump up, and it's only about £12 per square inch in these, so actual inflating them is fairly quick, just by a high pressure pump. So really good.
Is he still looking?
Really impressed with that boat. That is just the kind of thing we're looking for. So going into the hall here, this is where the camper vans are.
A wide selection,
As always. If we did go down the caravan route, we would have to go quirky. And this is quirky. And it's my favourite colour. Yellow is my favourite colour. There you are, you've learnt something new.
but where would the dogs sleep?
Oh, I'm sure the dogs would snuggle up with us. And there's a cooking area. Yeah, we'd fit 3 dogs in there and us 2, won't we? So we're going to wander around the outsides of the show because that's where all the bits and pieces are, including clothing. But we are not Craghopper whores, we are now Rab fanboys. Just apologise for the strobing, it's pretty bad at the moment.
These are substantial ladders though, aren't they?
They are, yeah. I mean, we did think about something similar to that on the side of the van for the canoe, didn't we?
I've always, because of the thinness of the modern bodyworks, I always wonder whether something like this would be
Take the weight.
Would take the weight, or
Yeah.
the metal would take the weight. Could it be, for bikes, would be ideal. But for ours, I've always fancied putting climbing holes on, haven't I?
You have.
We got them because when Tom, my lad, did a bit of climbing, I had a climbing wall at home, so we've got all the handholds. I always fancied putting those on the back of the van.
But again, it's the thinness of the metal, isn't it?
Isn't it? Taking the weight. Obviously it does, I don't know. Perhaps if you sandwich, I don't know, or support it, or there's places to drill and bolt onto, I don't know, we'd have to look at that. But, there's some substantial racks here.
Awning carpets. Shower tents. All them bits and bobs that you want to buy that you don't really need. You just buy them because they're there and then you carry them around. Do I sound like a skinflint now? Because I'm just going to say, and the more you carry around, the more extra weight, and the more extra weight, the more fuel you're using. I am just a skinflint. Security is always a thing with motorhomes, campervans, caravans. And there's a stand here, an outlet stand for Milenko, which is selling all kinds of different locks. I must admit, we are a little bit lazy because we have got locks and we hardly ever use them because we always think it's a load of faff whenever we get anywhere because the dogs are dancing wanting to get out. So it's something that we should do and we don't. One of these before. This is a low wattage electric. Well, actually it says barbecue. And I saw this and I actually thought that'd look good on the handlebars of your bike. Around, there are a lot of sold signs on a lot of these vans. I did say that we weren't going to look at a lot of vans, but I do think we need to have a look at this one. This is Eco Campers, all electric, zero emissions campervan. So I'll have a quick look at this one because it's something different. Is this the way forward? Well, the more we see on the news and the more celebrities we're hearing about who are actually giving up on their electric vehicles because they can't find charging points around the UK, you have to wonder whether the infrastructures are not there yet, don't you, Keith?
You do. It's getting there, but there's a long way to go, I think. Hello.
Hiya. We're looking at this. How we've been having a whinge about electric vehicles as well. We've bumped into some more YouTubers. This is Retro Renovations.
Or retro rats now.
Yay,
Retro Rats.
Yay!
And we were
So-
moaning about the electric as well. At the same time.
Yes, we were. So yeah, electric vehicles not there yet.
No,
Nice to meet you both.
thank
And
you.
you.
That we're not the only ones who think like that about the range. I mean, you look at this. The range is 205 miles. And just talking to the guys, actually saying that you can get a bit more range if you do an upgrade, which will give you another 100-ish miles, I think it was. But that was an extra 5 grand. It's a lot of money when you think you've got to plan your journey so well, and yeah, not there yet. There are some things fully electric that we wouldn't mind on the back of the van. That is nice, old school looking scooter. Or if you want a more modern look, more quirky caravan shapes. Bit more room in this one for the dogs as well. The trio would love it. It's even got a telly in it. But you know what we're like. We don't believe in tellies when we're away. It's a nice big window. More inflatables. This is Seago, Quebec. Hiya.
Oh no, so I was walking with the dog. So our story in Seago story, if you like. So these are sort of ancillary products for us. This isn't our bread and butter. Our bread and butter has been
It's very light.
making life rafts, boats and life jackets for the marine industry for the last 30 years. So last year we decided to make a kayak just using all of the materials and production sort of techniques that we use to make our life rafts, life jackets and boats. So they're super solid, 1,100 Desitex PVC, so the same material that we use on a whip or something like that, so super solid. And then we've got this double drop stitched paddleboard floor in there, so it gives you really nice rigidity. You can take them to sea, they're rated for white water, right? And they come with all bits of adhesives and series quality. So really nice and solid. And very nice and light as well. You can just, take 5 minutes to pump up and you're out and about.
Yeah, that is light, isn't it?
And we as a company, it's using all the same materials as a.
I mean, we go to the lakes quite a lot.
Yeah.
What would the base on sort of on a shingle beach or whatever?
Absolutely bonkers. Yeah, you don't have to be gentle with it. Obviously, you need to get one.
Because
you don't want to be precious about it. Nobody. Yeah, 100%. That's it. It's just not it's nice like no. Yeah, 100%. These are really they are very nice.
So Keith's just gonna have a sit in this one.
it's solid.
Solid, is it? Where's the water?
It's blue.
No algae in it.
That's that side. Yeah, that's.
Yeah. Secret is getting out. So, what are the backrests like?
Very sportive. Yeah, really good. And they're adjustable, obviously.
We were just asking the chap we were talking to about putting them away wet, and he said absolutely no problem. They come from the a marine background anyway, making lifeboats and life rafts and everything. So they've got the reputation for good quality stuff.
You just sit in it.
I still have that fear.
Yes.
No, of having shoes on.
Yeah. But it's a completely different feel getting in to. Yeah, I mean, you probably want yours a bit higher up, but.
I feel like it would tip out.
No. So that's a real solid base. Obviously, provision for a keel.
Really getting interested in these inflatable boats, but these aren't inflatable. These are something else we've considered. But again, they're solid, and it's something we'd have to get onto the roof.
Well, we considered these because we could have had two smaller ones and it wouldn't encroach onto the solar panel. But again, we've got to get it up on the top. We've got to get it onto the roof in the first place.
Which means putting roof bars on again.
Which is the issue.
And also, my son is an outdoor pursuits instructor, and we've talked to him about this kind of boat, and he said they're actually, for what we'd want, they're not as stable as the Canadian we've got or anything like that. So this is a route we won't be going down. We bumped into some very old friends.
Yeah.
Who could it be?
Hey! Spinning.
Not spinning.
Spin while you
I
sit.
can do it.
Oh, I've got to be in the picture as well. I'm not on the video.
Yeah, Johnny.
I'll go behind.
There we go.
There we go.
Much better. There we go.
Solway campervan conversions. Everything's sort of modular and fit into the bed, fit into the van. So again, basically starting off with your square box and fitting it out as you want it.
It's a different concept, isn't it? Having everything like that, modular.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's for people that perhaps can't do the carpentry and things themselves, but you can still deck it out as you want it.
3 big ones, and I can have the 2 little ones.
And everything you might want to customise your van. The whole dashboard around here. Excuse me. Excuse me, sorry. Thank you. Sorry, thank you.
Yeah, I mean, it's, you can never have that. Pardon?
Am I getting old?
Why?
Is it just me who thinks I don't want to bling the van up? There's a lot of bling here, isn't there?
There is, but people do it.
If there's free tastings, Keith will be there.
fig and honey sweet. I like the chocolate.
Yeah, one of those, yeah. Lemon.
Hi, can I try the saucy shallot?
Yeah, it's our best seller. What's the sauce and shallot?
Ooh.
This one's nice. Nice good cheese on toast.
Oh, that is nice.
Want to try the pig and honey?
Yep.
Being a
Is that the one you just said?
being a beekeeper.
The one I didn't like that one.
Oh, I like that one. Yeah.
What's that one like?
It's alright. It's not as sweet as you expect.
Yep.
They might be worth talking to. Window pod, van shades. Because we're looking at putting something more substantial in the side windows at the back where our bed is. vanshades.co.uk. Good for us because that was just for Ford and VW. Obviously we're Renault, so. And it certainly seems to be the in thing at this show. There's so many different designs.
It's like they slept in there last night.
All very similar. They're all this mini teardrop shape. With a cooking unit at the back. All very similar shape, as I say. Oh, we've spotted a Land Rover. This is something else we considered for a while back. For our Land Rover, a roof tent. Not sure how the dogs would take to that though. As with always with this show though, it's so big that you just get blinded to everything. This is just one hall. There are another 3 or 4 to look around yet. So you do get a bit camping equipment and campervan blind. Still good fun. Okay, a little story here. One of Keith's other hobbies in the past, and we do have a big collection of them at home, but not all together, is kites. You used to like flying your kites, didn't you?
I've got some really big ones that would take you off the ground in the strong winds. But, yeah, I've got some nice kites.
You do keep saying we need to get back into it, really. Like, it's not anything I really did with you, is it? But
no.
Something I'd like to do at some point. Especially the big, decent ones that, like you say, take you off the ground.
It's not the acrobatic ones that I've got. Well, I've got some of those, but I've never got really.
Not the stunt kites.
No, the stunt kites, but if the big, just
like box kites.
Box kites and yeah, that sort of thing. Static kites, you just get them as high as you can.
So that's one hole done. Do you fancy another? Come on then. Oh, that's camping, tents and equipment and doodah.
That's quite good. For a little one.
Let's go around the other side.
You could survive in that.
You could. The dogs are getting there as well. It's Dometic. I always think of Dometic as fridge.
Yeah, the electrics. Yeah.
So where do you plug in? Oh no, that's the inflatable bit, isn't it? So it's inflatable, obviously.
Yes, it looks like it's inflatable.
That is neat. You know, I keep going on about collections though. It's something else we don't need. We don't need another tent because we've got about 8 at home, varying in sizes from really small 2 berths to massive Rigidome 8 berth. And again, something we don't use anymore, and we should really sell them. But Keith does like to hoard stuff. I wonder whether he'll get rid of that bit when he's doing the editing. I'm not sure we'd want one of these in the van. And our dogs needn't think or even attempt to get that into their suggestion box for us. Not the system we use gas it in our van. Into the, you need to rob a bank, sell a kidney, sell your mother, sell your father, sell your whole family.
All win one.
All win one. Campervan range. Oh, sorry, no. Oh, dare I swear? Motorhome range. Don't call them campervans. And now caravans. Maybe just sell part of your family.
They're a bit different to when my mum and dad had a caravan though, these days, aren't they?
They're huge, wider. Every mod con.
And why not?
If that floats your boat,
Yeah.
or
You have to go on a campsite with these, don't you? But
you do.
you don't get the freedom. Whatever.
It's horses for courses, isn't it? It's what suits people. I mean, as we're just saying to John and Mandy, we still like to just go and roam and park up, move on. Whereas if you've got a caravan, you're not doing that as easily, are you?
And one of Daryl's old favourites, Ridge Monkey.
Yeah, not anymore. Not now we've got the bigger thing that we got off Amazon. But Ridge Monkey's come on quite a bit. What is that you've seen?
It's a battery bank.
That's big. You don't want a big one when it comes to a battery bank, really, do you, like that? Ridge Monkeys have come on quite a bit as well in size. This is similar to what we've got, isn't it, size-wise?
These are the Ridge Monkey size.
They're the original ones we had, yeah. This is more the size. And camping gas have got stands here. And you do like our little stories, don't you? So hold on. Let me catch Keith up. Keith! A little story about camping gas at the moment at work.
We struggle to get supplies at the moment, and we have to have bottles to replace or to exchange. There is a mass shortage of the bottles, and even we can't get them, so we can't really sign up anybody new to the system, to camping gas or Cala gas, whichever.
Is that supply because of Russia and the war?
No,
or
the gas is there. It's the actual bottles themselves.
The metal.
Well, I don't know, but the bottles themselves is a problem.
Any reason that you've heard
None
of?
that we've heard of. We can't buy gas bottles without having the exchange to go with them.
And that seems to be a nationwide thing, doesn't it?
Yes.
It's not just
Yeah.
locally to us.
Yeah.
Everywhere. Back to the press office for a coffee break and a biscuit break. And Keith does like a bit of rock. Did your mother ever do this? Hanky. Oh, look, he's taking his glasses off. You can't take him anywhere. He's had a love heart and he got sugar all over his face.
I gave you my broken heart.
You
mended
did.
once before.
So, although we're not looking at motorhomes per se, there is something we need to look at. What do you want to look at with this?
Well, no, I'm just thinking from one extreme.
Of this to that. Do you want to take a guess how much this one might be? We don't know yet, but we're reckoning... What do you reckon, Keith? How much before we look at the price? I reckon 150 grand.
I bet it doesn't say.
We'll see whether we can go and have a look. Well, we can't have a look in because it's viewing by appointment only, but let's just go and have a quick look.
I've just seen the price.
I haven't seen the price yet, but let's step back and have a wander around it, and then we'll tell you how much. So, nice big kennel for the dogs. It's too big for British roads. We struggled some of the country lanes in Cornwall with our van. Let's look at the size of that. That's definitely not one that you could drive round Britain's country lanes, old country lanes. So we can't look in that one without an appointment. It looks like we can have a look in that one, so we'll try in a minute. But yes, Keith says that he's seen the price of this one, so... But he's done a wander. I've lost him, so when I find him, prepare to be amazed.
Go on then. What do you reckon?
Well, I said about £150,000.
A bit more.
200.
And a bit more.
My God, how much?
£468,000.
I wouldn't just have to sell a kidney. I wouldn't just have to sell your kidney. I wouldn't have to sell my parents if they were still alive. Don't think we'd get it if we sold the dogs.
£468,000.
You'd be too frightened to take it on the road, wouldn't you? That is stupid money. We will try and have a look in that one though. There's a queue, but we'll go and have a look. Morello. Morello. Is that a cherry?
Like a cherry.
Bargain compared to the other one.
Compared to that one. It's only at £297,000.
£779. And no pence. We could probably afford the no pence. Inside, because we want to look at the posh stuff. And this is very nice. Nice size bed.
When he comes round this way, I'll step outside.
So what sort of license do you need to drive?
7.5 ton license.
All right. So you're doing the big one.
Well, that's class 2.
Class 2.
And you've got the
This is standard.
Yeah. This standard.
this is the toilet, basin. No shower in this bit. Got to do the YouTube hello. And when we flip around the other way, we've got the shower. There's a nice, decent sized shower. And heading down the other way.
No, you're alright.
Are you alright? Thank you. A nice, big, wide galley. Nice, quiet drawers. Smooth. Oh, we've got an expert demonstrator here. Let's just see. This is a freezer. Oh, microwave. Right. Freezer.
Oh, freezer. Yeah. Microwave goes up there.
All right. Okay.
If you want one.
Yeah. And then wardrobe.
Yeah.
Plenty of storage space.
There's a lot of storage spaces in
Nice.
cupboards as well.
Deep, aren't they?
Yeah.
Really nice. Deep cupboards. And plenty of them as well.
And you only need 7.5 ton license.
7.5 ton license, yeah.
This is nice. Oh, right.
All right. That's what the link is on.
Oh, right, yes. Wow. Modern technology.
Nice cockpit, isn't it?
It is.
A really nice wide view as well from the windscreen. It is very nice. What's wrong with that one? The higher price was if you had the upgrade. It was actually only 195,700 and something for the base model.
Oh, I thought
So-
that was plus the tax was took it up to the 200.
Oh, was it? All right, I misread it. I have been known. Funky as well. So it's like the Raptor paint. Slightly different layout in this one because you've got the bed across an end and the kitchen bit's actually here.
But you need the truck to go with it.
You do.
Like this one behind.
Bit of floor room though for the dogs on this one. Not much.
I don't think it'd fit on a Land Rover.
Do you not? We could try.
That's probably the boat that we could afford. That small one probably would go on the Land Rover.
Yeah, it probably would. It might overhang a little bit at the back, but roof tents are coming on a little bit as well. But again, not for us. So, Nab, Bay, if you're looking, stop getting ideas. Told you before. You're not having a towel to dry yourself when you've been in the sea. Oh well, Nab, that'd not be you anyway, would it, Nab? Struggle with this bit. Keith's going to help me out. I've not seen anything that's really innovative. That's the word. Yet, have you?
Electric smart car? Dave Wesson will be turning in his grave.
Bless him. And definitely a lot of electric vehicles here. It's not a smart car, is it? I'm not seeing any smart logo or Merc logo. That's a silence on it. We're not fully negative against electric, but we just think it's got a long way to go before everything's in place to make it viable. And you can even buy a carousel for the top of your van. Or if that wouldn't fit, a helter-skelter. As you can probably tell, this video is quite boat orientated at the moment. Another stand. This is Vestaway. Boats that fit.
Oh no, I'm not seeing it. All right, okay, well, I think we're going that way now.
Yeah.
These do come with a kayak or paddleboard motor. In an innovative word, this is something that a friend has just shown us.
£20. Online £34.95, £20 today.
These are collapsible seats.
Pretty cool, isn't it?
Stretch seats are called.
What you do, guys, put your fingers, thumbs, top and bottom, give it a twist. Weighs less than a kilo, takes 150 kilos. You're up to 23.5, 24 stone. So you're looking at me at about 9 stone top. That's not the easy way to carry them, guys. Take the strap. You've probably seen loads of folk walking about with them today. You pull the strap through the loop, fit symbol of your car seat. It's in a drawer of the Caravan, cover of the Campervan, where it's always about space and weight in the van. Yeah, hang it up in the shed of the garage, guys, and work the weight involved. Footstool size, child size. The one I like to refer to as gin and tonic size. Wherever and whenever you need a seat, or even a GT for that matter, you've got one. And guys, when I do music festivals, they frequently go on to 5, 6 o'clock in the morning. That one normally becomes pint of lager size about 6 o'clock in the evening. Online the £34.95. Show price today at the NEC. Cash or card at £20 today at the shop. All there. It's the price of a cup of tea and a sandwich.
So the water is definitely a theme on this show. Of this show at the moment. This is another one. These look a bit flimsy, to be honest. I don't think they'd suit us.
Yeah, that one's 8 kilos, that one's 9, that one's 11, 12, 19.
Electric bike stalls as well. This is a third or fourth one we've seen. We're more in the camping, tent, leisure area now rather than motorhomes or campervans, caravans. Tell you what, it's getting warm in here. If you ever come to the NEC to a show like this or any other show that they put on, don't come in a heavy coat. I'm glad we're just in t-shirts. They've come on a bit as well since the olden days, haven't they? An inflatable trailer tent. That goes up easily. The tents are still very old design.
Yeah, Mum and Dad had a trailer tent. They're based on the same design. You've got a trailer, you open out the two beds, which are seats as well. Then the rails came out this way. Very similar design. Well, one Mum and Dad had the beds folded in half, and that was your settee.
Right. I mean, we considered having a trailer tent when the kids were younger. This toilet, is that for if you're really desperate? Cross your legs. So as always, we've got to be near the end of the video with a coffee and cake.
It's a very nice lemon drizzle cake.
Very lemony, very lemony.